Pivot tables help you summarize large data collections in an Excel worksheet, but it can be hard to find data that matches specific criteria just by looking at the numbers. It's much easier to change a cell's fill or text color to indicate its relative value. Formats that change the appearance of a cell's contents by applying rules are called conditional formats. In Excel, you apply conditional formatting rules to pivot table cells and have the formats change position when you pivot the pivot table. I'll demonstrate how to create a highlighting rule in this movie. My sample file is highlight 0501, and you can find it in the Chapter 5 folder of the exercise files collection. This workbook's pivot table is filtered so it only shows the total sales or total price for the various wind harvesters that our sample company has for sale. Let's say that I want to highlight any sum, that is total price, for values greater than $40,000. There are a number of ways that I can do that. I'll start by highlighting cells B5 through B11, and then on the Home tab of the ribbon, click the Conditional Formatting button, and point to Highlight Cells Rules, and then click Greater Than. I want to format cells that contain values greater than 40,000, so I'll type 40,000 into the comparison box, and then I can stay with the existing format, light red fill, with dark red text, or I can click the Format down arrow, select one of the built-in formats, or click Custom Format. My Format Cells dialog box opened to the Font tab. If yours didn't, please click the Font tab to come here. The color of the text I will change from red to black, and then I will click the Fill tab and click Primary Green. Those are all the changes I want to make, so I'll click OK. And my format's been applied. I'll click OK, and I'm back in the worksheet. So you can see that the format is working as expected. However, what might happen if I remove the filter from the category field, so I'll click the row labels filter arrow, make sure the category is selected, and then I will clear the filter from category. When I do, you see that I get batteries and the other items as well, but I don't have any highlighting for products or SKUs, stock keeping units, with sales of greater than $40,000 total. And if I scroll down, you can see that the values are still applied to wind harvester, but it's not applied to all of the other categories. So how do we fix that? Well, first I'll press Ctrl-Z to reapply the filter, and I'll press Ctrl-Z again to undo the conditional format, and I will recreate the conditional format, but I'll do one thing differently. So I have B5 through B11 selected still. Home tab, Conditional Formatting, point to Highlight Cells Rules, and Greater Than. And I'll recreate the rule so it's 40,000, and click the Format down arrow, click Custom Format, open to fill, so I will change it to Primary Green, and it's different this time because I was last on the Fill tab. Go to Font, and I'll change the color to Automatic or Black. Click OK. Everything looks good. Click OK. And I have my format. The one difference is that there is still this action button here, the Formatting Options button. If I click that, you'll see a number of available options. The first is to apply the formatting rule to the selected cells only. The second, all cells showing sum of total price values. So let me select that. And you can see that the pivot table, or Excel, also applied the rule to a subtotal. I actually don't want that because I'm pretty sure that most of my subtotals are going to be over 40,000. It's not useful information. So instead, I'll click the cell again, or click the Options button again, and click the last item, which is all cells showing sum of total price values for SKU. And you'll see that the cells that contain total price for individual stock keeping units now have the format applied. Now if I remove the filter, I'll go to the row labels filter arrow in cell A3, click that, click Clear Filter, and you'll see that now the conditional format has been applied to all cells within the pivot table. In general, you will want to apply conditional formats using the last option, which excludes subtotal and grand total cells.